Eglė, the Queen of the Serpent, is a Lithuanian story. It is a very famous lore in Lithuania and is deeply connected to the legend of lakes and snakes. Once upon a time, in a large forest in Lithuania, lived a beautiful young woman named Eglė. Eglė was very gentle and loved by those around him. She lived happily ever after, helping the village fields and playing with the animals in the forest. One day, while Eglė was working in the field, a large snake appeared. Unlike other snakes, the serpent had gentle eyes like humans and could speak. The serpent said to Eglė, "I am the king of this forest and have come to give you a test." Eglė was surprised, but listened to the serpent's words. The serpent continued, "All I ask is for you to marry me." Eglė was puzzled by the suggestion, but the serpent said with a serious face, "If you refuse, you will incur my wrath. But if you marry me, you will be happy and rich."
Eglė thought for a while, but finally accepted the snake's offer. The serpent rejoiced and said to Eglė, "Come to my country." And the serpent led Eglė to his kingdom. It was a beautiful kingdom that stretched underground. In the kingdom of the serpent, Eglė began to live a surprisingly wonderful life. Golden flowers were blooming, the air was always clear, and the night sky was twinkling with twinkling stars. Little by little, Eglė got used to life with the Serpent King. However, as time passed, Eglė began to have one question in his mind. Why did the Serpent King approach her in the form of a serpent? Why is it not in the form of other human beings? It didn't just come out of curiosity, it felt like it had a deeper meaning. One day, Eglė asked the King of Serpents, "I love you, but why don't you become a human form?" Then the King of Serpents replied a little sadly, "Actually, I was once a human prince. However, I was cursed by a witch and ended up like this. In order to break the curse, I needed to be united with someone with a pure heart like you." Eglė heard the story and burst into tears, because she loved the Serpent King with all her heart. One night, she sat alone by the lake, praying with deep wishes that the curse would be lifted.
Then a miracle happened. The stars in the night sky shone and the light reflected on the surface of the lake, and the King of Serpents slowly returned to his human form. He became a beautiful prince and stared at Eglė. "Eglė, your love saved me. I was able to return to being human again." Eglė was delighted, and the two held hands. The prince and Eglė lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom. Their love lasted forever, and the kingdom became a peaceful and prosperous place. And the two of them lived happily ever after. End.